It's true. But he wasn't technically there for it.
So let's go over what happened to you, Atticus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you fell through a gallows trapdoor and went down like an Addams Family style slide.
Okay.
At which point you were brought into a chamber and bombarded with a series of flashing images and post-hypnotic suggestions.
Oh, I'm getting Charlie and the Chocolate Factory vibes.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Who's ready to go through
God.
the tunnel?
Oh,
No.
not me.
And
Wait a second, hold on. We're talking Tim Burton, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, or
Oh,
the
I'm talking the OG.
Wilder?
I'm talking Gene Wilder
yeah,
is
we're
my
talking
bae.
Gene Wilder.
Oh, I'm sorry, Luna.
And
No.
there's no sign of showing that they show any sign of slowing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
that's what
Gene.
we're talking about happening to Atticus here.
He did Looney so well.
At that point, Atticus, you were like the flashing images and psychotropic imagery started off enticing and curiousing, and then there reached a point where it became like so graphic and emotionally overriding it was impossible to remain consciously aware of what you were doing unless you
That was Carmen's portion, I bet.
unless you choose to lose your mind. Oh no, this is all of them working together.
Oh, okay.
The worst.
Carmen.
Worse and better.
Oh,
Better
yeah,
and
I
worse.
need to pull up my notes.
Carmen, the bad bitch.
Yes,
Oh, Carmen
Carmen.
is the bad bitch.
Yes,
pity-
she spruced up my bat for me. Thanks, Carmen.
A pity you didn't get to meet her in person.
Amelia considers Atticus very lucky.
At which point, there are flashes of memory. You remember a balcony box. You remember an audio control table. You remember a performance. You remember a gunshot. You remember screaming. You remember silence. And then you went home. How much of this you wish to internalize is up to you.
Hold on. That was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot while you were gone too.
So those are the images I saw, is what you're saying.
No, those are the images that you remember. The images that you saw are like viscerally indescribable.
Oh, okay, so this is what I remember.
Like the images that induced the post-hypnotic state were like non-Euclidean geometry, like shit that you would expect from fucking the videotape from The Ring.
Oh god.
Half-dead flies consuming a half-dead corpse, dying and being consumed by an ever-growing swarm of yet more half-dead insects.
Don't worry, I got you.
Thank you!
Oh god.
Oh, of course that's the thumbnail. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's okay. It was I who was cursed.
But no, what you remember after that was a balcony booth, an operating console, a performance, a gunshot, a scream, a chorus of screams, silence, and then you went home.
It sounds sort of like Atticus was on stage and around throughout all of our adventures, just out of our line of sight.
All right, how about this one?
Very much so.
That's better. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah. Those is fucking worms.
Yeah,
Reminds me.
do that.
Have I ever told you guys about the game Anatomy?
Uh-uh.
It's a game in which you visit a living house. And and the tagline of the game is "All houses are haunted." And
Oh, is it by that one horror game maker?
yes, it's
Yeah.
it's probably my favorite of Kitty Horror Show's games. It's
Kitty
very
Horror
good.
Show. Thank you.
But like you find a bunch of tapes that are like, oh, what if a house is like a human body? This is like that, and you know. And then it describes the bedroom as a mouth, and when you go into the bedroom, the door to the bedroom disappears, and all that's left is a tape player, and all of the paintings in the room have been replaced with paintings and like medical journal images of teeth, and then
Oh,
the game
God.
crashes.
That's
Whoa.
terrifying.
And then you start the game up again, and you're in the house again, but now everything is broken. Not too much, just a few things in a few places. Like maybe a doorway has 2 doors in its doorway instead of 1. The information from the tapes are coming through garbled until eventually the narrating of the house itself breaks through as it describes murdering an intruder by sending it hurtling down a flight of stairs. At the same time, totally murderous and incredibly lonely. And then when you go down to the basement this time, the house wakes up. And then
Damn.
the game crashes again. And then when you open it up the third time, now the house is a nightmarish hellscape. Some rooms that had objects now have no objects. Some rooms that had no objects now have too many objects. Objects in the house begin Z-fighting, if you're familiar with the term. It means they're arguing for position being rendered in the same space.
Oh shit.
So like a pillar and a door occupying the same space shiver and warp in and out of existence as they try
Right.
to combat which should be presented and which shouldn't.
Right, just glitching out.
Yeah, and then
Jesus.
yeah, no, and like then the house gets truly furious at you. Like
Ugh.
angry that you left and you didn't come back and you left it alone. And as much as it hated you within it like a parasite, it needed you to give it meaning. And
Randall, do you sleep at night?
pretty poorly.
I was wondering about that.
And then
That's terrifying.
the thing is, like, once the game crashes for the final time, there are one of 3 scenes that can play, and probably my favorite is you walking down the street, a street like a suburb street with identical houses on either side, walking up to the murderous structure, completely incapable of altering your path.
Ooh.
You're going to walk into this house. It is going to kill you.
Damn.
And Atticus, that's your experience of walking home that evening.
Oh, I was able to leave.
Yes, I told you, you went home.
Oh, okay.
But at the
I
same
see what you're
time, the trip home, you were not at all within your faculties. Inexorably drawn to the one place that you needed to go, and yet absolutely terrified to do anything else. And then you got home before sunrise and went to bed.
So everyone had a grand old time at the theater.
Yes. Welcome to the Flux Theater, folks. We're sure to give you a performance you'll never forget.
For Flux sake. Haha. That's a dad joke for all y'all.
Ah! Crap. Okay.
But, so,
There we go.
the next night falls. What do you do?
Well, we should probably inform the prince of our success.
Where did
Are
we?
we-
Where
are
did
we
we
all
leave off?
Yeah, are we all starting back in our havens?
Yes, unless otherwise
Okay.
noted. Unless you'd prefer to start someplace else.
No, Amelia has a couple things she'd like to do on her end first.
That's right. I walked. Thaddeus? Was it Thaddeus?
Yes, you walk
I walked,
Thaddeus home.
I walked Thaddeus home. That's right.
Yeah, you guys had a super cute bro bonding moment after he had his existential crisis.
Welcome to the world of a Promethean. It's all existential crises.
Oh yeah. So unless Amelia has a couple things planned, so if anybody wants to go first, I can go last. I don't want to dominate. Unless nobody else knows what they want to do first.
Nah, man, dominate. It's
Cool.
one of your former disciplines.
You-
Make it happen.
Mama's gonna
Start.
dominate.
Ooh, my.
Yeah,
Oh.
coming in strong with the hard strong.
I love it.
So the first thing that Amelia's going to do is actually send a text to Mike asking if he would be comfortable sharing Thaddeus's email. She would like to thank him personally and apologize for his encounter at the theater. So that's her first thing.
Mike would send it would forward the email to Thaddeus and say, "Up to you, man."
Okay, great.
He sends
She's
you
gonna-
a message that just reads, "Seems fine."
Because she would like to send an email that says thank you for what he did. She also has many resources available for his existential crisis, and she's going to attach a PDF of her dissertation. You can never start screaming if you never stop laughing, embracing absurdism to curb the existential dread.
You're my favorite person.
Oh my god.
I wrote that last week, and I was like, I'm coming in strong with that.
Could you please put that title into general chat? Because that is
Absolutely.
too much for my preteen heart.
Absolutely. I thought of that last session when it ended. I was like, this is Amelia's dissertation, and I'm very proud of her.
We start to understand why she was embraced.
We start to understand why Adam recruited her. Because this she wrote when she was a human.
Right.
The question about Malkavians is, do they have derangements because of their blood, or do they have derangements because they pick people who have derangements?
Probably a little column A, a little column B.
Hmm.
The blood brings out the best in you.
All right. Yes. So she's
I-
gonna send the text, the attached PDF.
Mike sends you the email.
Excellent. So that's isn't it beautiful?
Jesus Christ.
This is like my new life philosophy, TBH.
I mean, joy and sadness are not necessarily mutually exclusive emotions, but they're very big.
Exactly. They're very big. So if you can lean into one.
Yeah, there's no room for the other.
Mm-hmm. So Mama just leans into the laughter.
I can sort of just see the Joker reading your dissertation and like not laughing.
But yes, so that's the first thing she wanted to do. She wanted to say thanks, and she wanted to send him some resources for his existential crisis. The next thing that I want to try to do, I'm assuming Amelia's not working much, but she's also a workaholic. I'd like to think maybe she has a few of her most difficult clients sort of on as retainer. I don't know how you feel about that.
How many dots do you have in resources?
That's a good question. Maybe none. Let's see. Where's resources?
It is a
resource
merit.
Ah, thank you. None.
Okay, so I'm going to say if you want clients, you're going to need to get merits that reflect those clients.
Okay, that's fair.
So like if you spend a lot of points and resources, you can have a wealthy client that doesn't bring you much like psychological satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like it's just a rich guy who's like, I feel guilty about having money, and you're like, yeah,
right.
You should feel guilty. Here's
yeah,
you can stop.
Okay.
But like if you wanted maybe allies. You could, and that would mean that you invested in like a client who is a member of the mob, and
Okay.
like now you know
I'm
a
not-
mob guy.
I'm not particularly interested in their demographic, actually. What can I tell you what I'm hoping to do, and you can tell me whether it's going to happen or not?
Please do.
Okay. She would like to reach out to any clients that she still has on retainer who are on any medications. She would like to request blood draws from them and tell them new research on their meds indicate rare but problematic side effects in long term. And she wants to be safe, so she's going to try to get some blood vials from her
Like
retained clients.
like specifically medicated blood, or
Not specifically, just this is her excuse to get blood.
that. Give me a manipulation and science roll.
Sure, I think I have I have 2 perks in science. Hell yeah. Manipulation. Okay, I have 2 and 2. I have to pull up my dice. Sorry, I didn't do that yet. I'm slow on the uptake.
Now, Amelia, how many dots do you have in medicine?
I think I have 1, but let me check.
One.
I have
would
1
be-
dot. I have 2 dots in manipulation, 2 in science, and 1 in medicine.
Okay.
So should I add the medicine roll?
No, the medicine is
Okay.
for a second.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so 4, and I got 1 success. Hang on.
Beautiful. So, you successfully get 1 taker,
I'll take it.
and every week you can call in 1 blood point worth of vitae.
Ooh, excellent.
You can just be like, "Oh, Garcon," and they'll stop by your office and be like, "Oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah, that sounds
Yes.
good." And like, it's not that the other people don't believe you; it's that they just don't think it's
Right.
urgent enough or whatever.
Right. Yes. I probably found my one like hypochondriac client.
Yes, exactly. Who's just like, "Oh
Ugh.
God, oh what blood work?" Now
Yep.
the issue was, if you did not have any points in medicine, you would need to hire a discreet doctor in order to
Right.
draw the blood. But you have 1 point in medicine,
Yes.
so
I think she has 1 point in medicine for that reason, because she used to prescribe pharmas.
perfect. So you will definitely, given a blood bag and some sterile tubing, you'll definitely be able to draw blood from somebody without an issue.
Yes. Great. Awesome. Cruising right along.
That
All right.
was a brilliant idea.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Amelia's got a lot. She's
No, you're
having
fine.
a very
Please.
she's having a productive morning / evening.
Amelia did her homework, and this is what happens when you do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amelia did her homework. She woke up. She's got her like chai tea. She did her like meditation, and she's ready to go.
The tea isn't for
so
drinking,
then-
it's just for smelling.
Exactly. The next thing I would like to do, it's habit,
Yeah,
creature
no.
of habit. The next thing I would like to do is Mike, a long time ago, we haven't had the chance to really look at them, sent me videos of Adam's sleepwalking during the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I would like to take a closer look at those. And specifically, what I'm looking for is anything in the video that might indicate he is a vampire, if that makes sense. Like whether or not it'd be safe to show this to a human.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Because I have
Roll-
mentor perks.
Roll wits and occult.
Sure, I just gave myself some occult perks not too long ago. Wit and occult. 3. Hey. One success.
There isn't anything obviously supernatural going on.
Awesome.
Like, there are the bags of blood he's consuming, but I'm going to assume that the footage is in black and white. So
Right.
it looks like he's just like drinking a
Wi-
bagged beverage, which
Yeah,
like,
wind bag.
it could be a wine bag, could be bagged milk, it could be anything. But like more so,
Right.
whoever saw it would be like, huh. There seems to be some sort of consumptive angle, and I guess he just bags his beverages, whatever. He's
Right.
already weird. He already. It's also
Right.
clear
He's
that-
he's one of my clients, so like it's not going to be normal footage.
Yeah, and I mean he's
Okay.
sleeping during the day, which isn't necessarily that doesn't necessarily tip anyone off. The person
Right.
that you were contacting would need to be someone who was already intimately familiar with the world of darkness to understand that what he was seeing was vampiric in origin.
Okay. Great.
Like if you showed
right.
this to a hunter on accident, they'd be like, "Yeah, that's a vampire. We gotta stake this motherfucker."
Yeah. All right, cool. I'd first like to do my own. I have like major points in psychology. Well, I have major points in academic with a perk in psychology. So would this be an academic role to examine his behavior psychologically?
Yes. Give me an
Okay.
intelligence and academics with your psychological
Awesome.
bonus. Well, if you... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 2 and 4. What is my bonus for having a psychology
That's 2 dice.
focus? Oh, excellent. Oh, hell yeah. 4.
You are able to clarify that what you are witnessing is not necessarily a psychological phenomenon.
Supernatural.
Exactly. It's clear to
feel it.
you based on your intimate understanding of psychological issues that what he is experiencing is a psychological reaction to a supernatural conundrum.
Okay. So it probably won't help to send it along to any human mentors.
No, you might could
No.
like if you had an older mentor, they might be able to associate it with something else that's similarly archaic. But that's a long shot. But hey,
Right.
free long shot.
True.
I don't remember who your mentor is, but
I don't think we established it because I just got the perks
that's totally fine.
recently. But I'd assume it was somebody who during my PhD, like probably a professor.
That sounds good. And the perk of picking up a mentor is that it can basically be whatever you want it to be.
Cool.
But like once you lock it in, you can't unlock it. So if you
Alright.
lock it into
Sleep analysis.
sleep analysis, it's a sleep analyst. If you lock it
Right.
into 70-year-old crazy guy who thinks we need to bring the insane asylum back and misses the age of lobotomies and electroshock therapy,
Right.
it's the guy who's like, man, you know what we need? More padded cells.
I would like to have a mentor who examines energy psychology and metaphysics in psychology. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Perfect.
What you are dealing with is an eccentric professor who's basically got tenure.
Yes.
They're basically like, you remember how the Ghostbusters had that like little shop in the basement and they're just like doing fucking wackadoo experiments.
Oh yeah.
Like none of it's actually like documenting or verifying anything.
Yeah, they're just like whatever.
This person is out on the fringes.
Yes.
They went to, where's the Cristo Redentor?
I don't know. But it sounds like this person's going to be me in 5 years being like, Jupiter is conjuncting with Saturn, so it's going to be a day.
Okay, so Cristo Redentor is in Brazil. This professor went to Brazil and experienced what medical professionals referred to as a stroke while they were hiking in the woods after they witnessed the statue of Christ. And like medical professionals told them that it must have been a stroke. Like they froze up and stood stock still, unable to move.
Right.
It could have been a neurodegenerative moment or event, and they categorically refuse this diagnosis. They insist that they've never been sharper, and it's turned their research into dark and bizarre areas.
Yes.
Not dark as in like hurting people, but like dark as in like secluded.
Right. The taboo, the occult, the esoteric.
Exactly. And so,
Excellent.
they teach sociology by day and work on these increasingly bizarre dissertations by night.
I'm going to go ahead and send them an encrypted email with the video saying one of my clients has a history. I'm going to send like brief diagnosis information without, within HIPAA. And then I'm going to just ask them to give me their thoughts.
Because truth is stranger than fiction, this is Professor Daryl Hamamoto.
Amazing.
An actual real-life crazy who went through this exact same situation. Hamamoto, my dude. But yeah,
and
sure.
if he needs a little time to get back to me, that's okay.
Oh yeah, no, he would love to look at it. He can't wait. You were one of the few people at university who was willing to accept his epiphany in his work.
Of course. We never judge. Not in this house.
No, what he's experiencing must be founded somewhere.
Somewhere.
But he will get back to you on that later.
Great. Okay. I do have a few more things, but we can move away from me if we need to.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Get your homework out of the way. This is really nice to listen to. This is cool.
Oh, thanks. Get my homework done. The last thing I would like to do is Amelia has the cross from Elsa's body.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she would like to try to speak to the cross and ask if Elsa has anyone she would consider, if she lived with anyone or has anyone she considers next of kin that this cross should go to.
Make a delicious speak
obfuscate?
with objects roll.
No. Yeah, an obfuscate and
no, it's auspex.
No, it's auspex. Right, obfuscate is the hiding shit. What's occult and auspex? What's occult? I have 2 perks in occult now. Dope. Two.
Alrighty then. I'm going to say it tells you. Oh, baby Jesus, what the fuck is this? It tells you. No, I belong to you now.
It'll be a good home, I promise. You don't mind that I'm a vampire?
No. I've seen your sin. I'm the reminder of it.
Cryptic, I like that. And she hangs it up on the wall. Okay, she was going to deliver it if there was anyone to deliver it to, but she has a cross now. Cool. Then the last thing she'll do is she's going to hit up a liquor store and buy a case of the beer that Thaddy was drinking. And she'll give that to Mike the next time she sees him to deliver that to Thaddy as thanks. But that's all Amelia wanted to do before she goes to the princes.
It's time for some natty daddies.
Natty daddies. Crush them nad dads.
Katie, if you haven't seen it already, you might want to check out a show called Wonderfalls. It was just 1 season. And it was Brian Fuller. And you might really like it. It is basically a character who's not a vampire who does the same thing as Amelia.
Oh, I'll have to watch it.
And if you know Brian Fuller, his stuff is always really interesting.
High production value.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I've got it written down. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I almost forgot about it, and I was like, "Is something about Amelia that seems really kind of familiar?"
Aw.
And that cross nailed it for me. It's like, oh, wonderful.
Very cryptic. I like that. Awesome. I'll check it out. So heck yeah, that was Amelia's very productive morning/night.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
If we're not getting together with the prince or anything, I don't have any plans for today. I was thinking of. You remember that sort of plan I had to like get blood via like permanent research projects
Oh yes.
so I was looking at buying getting points in herd, but I'm not sure how that works with this idea since herd just seems to give you a bonus on hunting rolls. Um,
Basically, this would give you herd would give you a number of vitae points per week based on the number of dots you have in herd.
okay. Yeah, it's looking at the merit didn't make sense, but if that's it, that would be perfect.
Well, like in alignment with what you're doing, like every point you have in herd is points you're putting into making the scam seem more believable, and it just gives you a greater chance of success, which means you're guaranteed a certain amount of blood every week.
Okay, yeah, I guess you could say this is a hunting roll. I mean, given Mike's basic makeup, the idea of him hunting being going online and figuring out ways to extract, canned blood makes perfect
Exactly.
sense.
Like this
We're
is
hunting.
hunting via scam.
Mm.
This
As
is
opposed-
catfishing, cat hunting.
Exactly.
Catfishing.
Okay, I'll get a couple points heard. And being Mike, he'll never know what they look like.
Coming and going.
Um, additional points of stamina adds to health, right?
Yes.
New Wad's good like that.
In addition, anything that raises your stamina temporarily creates temporary health that gets depleted before other health.
Similar to resilience.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you use resilience to get 3 extra
Oh,
health
right.
boxes, you get 9 extra slashes of health that go away before anything else.
Okay. Mike is probably spending the day, if it's a free day, just doing some larcenous activities to sort of refill his coffers, and he tends to steal what he needs, and then he's a little too he's not focused enough to make himself particularly rich through any of this. It's more like, I want this, steals it, and or has it shipped to him via shenanigans. Um, so, but he'll be doing that to handle any additional needs he has.
You know what? That makes a good idea. So there will be a day between your next meeting and the day at the theater. So you'll lose 2 vitae for 2 wakings, and then you'll be called back. So if you have anything that you'd like to do on a day off, so to speak, I suggest you do it.
Now is the time.
But
Well-
if you don't have anything to do, rest and recovery is its own reward.
I suppose I'll hunt. Since I have, Mike doesn't have a whole lot of blood at the moment.
What would you do?
Actually, he hasn't spent much blood. It's only been days that he's lost. So,
Hunting's just something that you have to do. Mike, what will you do to hunt?
I will, essentially, I've created that herd, which is, this something I had mentioned, way back, but now it's sort of, we'll formalize it, which is essentially there is a research there is a research grant coming out of the museum that's uses blood to for the study. Yeah, it's essentially studying blood pathology. So it's looking for all sorts of different types of blood.
Beautiful. Make a delicious manipulation and science roll. And
Can't
add
use-
your herd bonus.
I can't use subterfuge on this.
Not if you want it to be a scientific grant. Like,
Yeah, you had Amelia help you write the last science grant.
I mean, you could just reuse that.
Yeah. You can always have Amelia proofread your grant and make it more scientific if you want.
In which case, you could use whoever's manipulation's higher and whoever's science is higher.
My science is 2 and my manipulation is 2.
Okay. Yeah, that my manipulation is 1, and my science is also 1 currently. Though I have some points I haven't spent yet.
Mikey, feel free to send me a little email and I'll proofread that grant for you.
All right, I will do so.
And then Amelia will spend the rest of her day off proofreading this grant and making it extra sciencey.
Ooh.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. And because I got all my willpower back and I like Mikey, I'll even burn a willpower for it.
Hot. So, Mike adds 6 dice to your manipulation.
7.
7 dice to your manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
7 dice to my manipulation score, or
Yes.
okay. Is this including the herd bonus?
No. So add your manipulation plus your herd modifier.
Okay.
Damn. Get all the blood, Mikey.
Let me find our dice roller, because I don't want to try to roll those as actual dice.
Just remember, giving Amelia a cut is not required, but it is encouraged.
Yes.
A finder's fee, if you will.
Yeah, not required. No tips are obligated, but you know,
It's nice.
it's nice to tip your waitress.
Okay. So
Thank you.
What?
Oh God, that movie. Is that the Dracula?
No, that's The Shining.
Oh, okay. There's also a Dracula movie with Gary Oldman where it's just like rooms get drowned with blood, and I'm like, guys, this is a lot.
This is too much.
Like, the thing that gets me in this scene is you can see the furniture starting to move.
Yeah, the force of the blood is just like pushing them.
Yeah, no, like,
So
that,
get out the way, chairs.
like, this shit's for real. We're talking an inhuman, like, a nearly unfathomable amount of blood.
We're
But-
talking
a
about
lot
like
of blood.
whale periods.
That's a lot of blood.
But, Mike, congratulations. You get 5 vitae worth of blood. I once
Ooh.
measured exactly how much vitae a blood point is worth, but I keep forgetting.
I'll send a nice dry ice package with AB negative and a little O to Amelia. So that's two of those. We'll go.
Aw. Thanks, Mikey. Now I have
You're a big
three.
help.
So, Atticus, it sounded like you were about to say something. It sounds like you have an idea for what to do on your day off.
Can I see my Baron?
You absolutely may.
I want to go to Club Karma to try and just take a day to decompress from what's the word,
The trap.
the trippy
Nightmare?
bullshit trap nightmare.
Trap.
Oh, I am going to send an since I don't have a lot to do. I am going to send an invitation to everyone, Atticus, Wayland, and Amelia to come over for a movie night.
Movies.
Oh, movie night.
Like, the thought comes to all of you, if that's what Atticus experienced, what's the lethal option? Because
Probably kinder.
because Curtis said, "Oh, no, don't worry, he'll be fine. I turned it off lethal."
True. But you have to live with what you saw while you were there, so is it actually kinder?
But is it?
Is
So,
it?
Atticus, that sounds like a great idea. You go to Club Karma. Which do you choose? Water or fire?
Ooh. Let's do water.
Okay, because fire is Surtur's side of the club.
Oh, Surtur's side of the club, and then I need to go on Fire's side of the club.
Alrighty then. Give me a delicious resolve and composure roll with a +3 bonus.
Oh my god, resolve and composure. Let's see. Resolve is 2. Composure is 2, and you said +3?
Yes.
So that's 6 die.
7. 2 and 2.
7 die! That's an even better roll! Copy.
This is sort of weird for Cap and I, since our group got her that club.
Yeah. This is so cool seeing it in action.
You get to see the world you built.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Or broke, more like it.
Hey,
Well-
Club Karma was a great success.
Sometimes you gotta break stuff to build it back up.
Atticus, you managed to resist frenzy, held awash in the oppressive heat of fire side of Club Karma. This place appears to be filled with people who are literally sweating it out. You know how much you sweat in a hot room, and you know how much you sweat in a hot room while you're dancing, but do you know how much you sweat in a hot room while you're dancing on MDMA?
A lot.
A fucking lot.
Just bullets. Sweaty bullets.
Just fucking people in here are sweating buckets. The
Ugh.
liquor is pouring hard and fast.
Out of their pores.
Out of their pores and into their mouths. As their brilliant idea to gain hydration is to drink booze. Brilliant. Yes. Please.
And then dance and sweat it out.
Yes. This is
Yeah.
perfect. Pay us for these cocktails. Nothing
Oh,
can
I
possibly go wrong.
feel like I'm
Sounds like
21
spin-
again.
Sounds like spin class.
Yeah, this is like incredibly dangerous.
Boozy spin class.
You should not
Boozy
take a
spin
fuck
fest.
ton of MDMA and drink a bunch of cocktails and hit the dance floor. Like, you could seriously die.
Oops, oops, oops.
Oops.
I'm pretty sure.
YOLO!
vampires
You
are
only
supposed to be-
live once, baby!
I bet they make for great snacking though as a vampire.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, do they?
Are
Mm.
they boozy though?
They're
That's the question.
they're uppers and downers.
They're uppers and downers.
They're lefters and righters.
They're writers and they're Reuters.
Oh god.
But
And it doesn't mean you have to drink them for a layer of sweat, which is kind of gross. I'm sure a lot of Ventrue would turn their nose up at it.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
But-
no thank you.
But a Bruja would drink fucking sweaty blood.
yeah.
and with one hand on the throat and the other hand on their dick.
I think it would be worth the high afterwards. Who cares about the sweat on your lips if you're high as shit?
But Atticus, are you just here to see Surtur, or are you here to like drink and let the sheer pulse pounding, heart destroying music sweep you away?
Well, I'm assuming I can discreetly have a snack because of this throbbing music.
Oh yes, absolutely. Shit. If you since you are not Surtur's child, but since you're Surtur's ward, there's a sign that you can send the DJ that's like, "Hey man, I want to feed real quick. Could you hit the strobe light?"
Yo,
Oh, hell yeah.
you got the human equivalent to a Pepsi button?
Wait, hang on. I need to look something up. Like,
That's
what?
amazing.
Because, like, if you're feeding on someone on the middle of a dance floor while everyone is going crazy and the fucking strobe light is going nuts, like,
No one's gonna see anything.
no
Yeah,
one
you just
can
look like you're
fucking
macking out.
see anything. Yeah, no, like, no one, except, like, this is the caveat for everything. No one but the most adept and keen-eyed hunter would realize that there's anything wrong.
Slap that Pepsi button, man.
I'm gonna slap that Pepsi button.
Alrighty then. Give me a so like, is this a smash and grab, or are you actually going to like dance with someone and then chew, and then chomp, or are you just gonna run out onto the dance floor and just chomp on someone and fucking throw them in someone else's arms, run over to someone else, chomp on them, throw them into someone else's arms?
Oh god, that's a little chaotic right there. No, I'm gonna be a little discreet. Well, not discreet. I'm gonna be a little. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do that. We'll hit the strobe lights and I'll just bound from one to another.
All right, give me a sweet presence and stealth roll with a +5 bonus.
Damn.
Nice.
Presence
Hot.
and stealth is under. Well, I have no. Wow, I don't. I have 0. Oh yeah, I forgot. I became less stealthy. So you said that was stealth and
Presence.
presence plus
With
5.
a +5.
Yes.
So then that would be plus -1. So that would be +4. 6. That's still pretty good.
It's pretty good.
But we get it. All right, that's not terrible.
Snacks, 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 snacks,
Snacks,
snacks, snacks, snacks, snacks, snacks, snacks,
I
snacks,
love
snacks,
me my
snacks.
snacks.
Everybody!
3
Woo!
success.
You successfully smash and grab your way across the dance floor and get 3 vitae from very fucked up revelers until you go off the dance floor, give the DJ the okay sign, and go back to the bar, at which point you realize you are turned.
Yeah, because I just fucking ate drugged up people.
You are currently experiencing too much feeling.
This is good. I had a lot of feeling that night. The night before.
Oh no, this is a pure the physical sensations of like simple actions and like MDMA, like you can feel like the fabric on your skin. The sheer physical body high you are experiencing is able to easily supplant and push aside the sheer psychological trauma your brain has suffered in the past, 16 hours.
Too much.
Too much in a different direction.
Welcome to the world of getting absurdly high on MDMA. You should feel glad that you no longer have brain chemistry. Otherwise, you would crash super hard when you were done because your brain would be incapable of making any more of the happy juice.
Jesus, just overflowing with happy juice.
It's overflowing now, and then it runs out, and then do you experience what a world without dopamine is really like?
Oh god.
Do you think you know depression? This isn't even my final form.
I only know the anxieties.
But you no longer have brain chemistry. As such, what you're experiencing right now is pure blood chemistry.
Oh yeah.
And thankfully, when this leaves your blood, well, all that's left is what fucks with your brain. And there's nothing left in your brain because the blood does the thinking.
What does the thinking?
But is there anything else you would like to do, or just chill at the nightclub for the evening and just fucking ride the wave?
Just ride the wave at the bar with my head on the desk.
You
Desk on the table.
you ride that beautiful wave as you just like ball your hands into fists and unball them over and over and over again. Eventually, somebody gets your attention before sunrise, and they're like, "Atticus, I think you should go home." And you're like, "Shit, what time is it?"
Shit.
So Waylon, what do you do?
Yeah. I haven't reconnected with my Anarch contacts, the ones who woke me up, this entire time. So I think it's time that I do that. I assume that they gave me a way to track them down, a place they would be.
It's time for the random bar generator.
Whoop whoop.
Woo!
Rap lyrics? No. Oh, it thinks I mean bar in terms of very.
Oh,
funny.
like a bar,
Right.
like a bar of music.
That's actually really funny.
That is really funny.
That's really funny. That's the first thing it went to.
Random.
Did I ever
names
tell you
for
guys
modern bars.
about the time? Did I ever tell you guys about the time I got super drunk and was trying to order from Domino's, but I was on the actual Domino's, like the game website, and I
Wait,
couldn't
what?
like Domino's, like the game Domino's with the little dominoes that you stack. Yeah, they have an official website. If you add an E at the end of Domino's, it takes you to the Domino's website. But I was super drunk, so I was like, "Why? I just want to order a pizza. I shouldn't need a username for ordering a pizza." And my friends were like, "Katie, that's wrong. And I was like, what? No, it's Domino's. It says Domino's right there. So it's a little tiny vignette into my life.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
And it took me forever. And eventually I was like, oh, like and there were like pictures of Domino's, like the domino blocks. I was just like, I just want to order a fucking pizza.
Jesus Christ.
So, tiny vignette into my life. You're welcome.
That's
So,
beautiful.
Waylon, your contacts are usually found at the 412 Club.
412 Club.
412. I'm sorry, 612.
glad
Club
I'm writing
612 refers to the sixth letter of the alphabet is F, so it's F12. Fuck 12. Fuck the police.
Damn.
But unfortunately,
Excellent.
you can't have a club named Fuck the Police, so instead they went with Club 612.
I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and grab a courtesy drink at the bar and scan the place for one of my contacts.
Sounds good. Did I just find a random vampire generator?
Ew.
Well, goddamn. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Let me raise the generation a little bit. At this point, he's coming up thin blood, and I'm like, nope.
Nope, other way.
Other way, greater, more.
Come on, just have it be Jack.
No, absolutely not. Interesting. Dear sweet baby Jesus. Now this is using 5th edition rules, but I think I can easily just like transfer it over. So you know her only as Mama Baker.
Okay.
She's a middle-aged. She looks like a middle-aged woman. She is bald. A bare head is a fair head. And the most notable thing that you're drawn to about her is her soft blue eyes. She's got a permanent blush, like regardless of the use of the blush of life. And they usually wear something in a vaguely gothic fashion.
Well, I'm going to make my way over there and ask if I may join her for the evening.
Waylon, it's good to see you. It's been some time. How have things been going?
Well, modern life isn't the worst thing I could imagine. It's very loud and very fast. I think if I wasn't so gifted, it would be a struggle, but I've managed to find some good enough people to help me out.
I think you'll find that the more things change, the more they stay the same.
I give her a smile at that, and uh, ask her, can I speak plainly about what I've been getting up to in these past nights?
Absolutely. I'd want nothing else.
And I tell her about the theater, about the strange visions that we've been led by thus far. And mostly I want to ask her, is it dangerous to put this barrel of Malkavians together like this with no one to balance them out?
Not necessarily. I mean, in some ways, it's very dangerous, and on the other, not so much. Malkavians always congregate together. Unlike the rest of us, their urges towards unity are subliminal, and therefore difficult for even they themselves to detect. Clan loyalty is normally more overt, even when subdued. They don't have to browbeat their followers. They don't need to enslave their followers. They don't need to bloodbind their followers. They don't need to create familial bonds with their followers. They do not need to create bonds of loyalty with their followers. They don't need to show kindness to their followers. They always come together exactly the way they need to.
I will keep that in mind.
And
Wasn't something I'd considered.
No, of course not. Malkavians are somewhat recent. They only began to be created when you were put to sleep.
Oh. I see. You had something you wanted to ask me, though.
Did she? I have no recollection of this.
Yeah, I interrupted you because I'm bad at talking.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. No, I didn't want to ask you something. I was just going to talk about how humans cannot escape human nature. They're still fighting, fucking, and killing as they have for the past 10,000 years, except now they do it bigger and stronger than ever. It's really more of a difference in scale than it is a difference in kind. Even they themselves don't notice it. I guess you really need the long view to make that happen. Hell, they think trans people are new.
Do you have any guidance about how I should proceed down this rabbit hole?
Well, preferably, I'd like for you to get us a few more seats at the table. It's my understanding that you may have the opportunity to do so.
For whatever reason, the prince seems to count me among his questers, I suppose.
Almost certainly a result of his fevered visions. Take advantage of them. Now, in his state, he is more liable to be hopelessly reliant on them. His conscious mind fails. and so he is relying on his secret arts.
He's trying to get us to rebuild what's left of his court. It's my understanding that many of them were lost during the wave of hunters, so there are a lot of seats naturally open.
Exactly. As much as I'd like to oust him, I don't think that we're in a position to do that. The only
Play the long game.
I see two possibilities available to you. One, you make his court as weak as possible, and then we can move in and crush it when he fails. Alternatively, bring the Anarchs into the court, and we will dissolve it from the inside. Hopefully. I do suppose that there is always the opportunity that our most loyal members, when faced with when faced with the decadent opulence of feudal living, will turn. Betrayal is always a possibility.
But perhaps a risk worth taking. Let me know which of our group you think would be most suited for courtly life, and I will do my best to plant their names in the prince's ear when the time comes.
It's my understanding, well, if I were in his shoes, I would want to employ a harpy as quickly as possible. He's got a sheriff, so he's safe. But if he wants to fill out his cabinet as quickly as possible, he'll be on the lookout for a harpy. A harpy's responsibility is to bring people together. They know who's in and they know who's out. They keep track of the political goings on. Who's on the up, who's on the down.
I nod. That would certainly help get the place populated again.
Exactly. And if
All right.
we have a harpy who's on the take, then we can populate it with our loyalists.
Efficient. I like it.
And then he can either go with the flow or fight the tide and die. It's unclear what he'll do. He's clung on to power this tenaciously, but another crashing wave and it may send him hurtling off into the sea.
From what I've seen, he may have been a great leader once, but this is a broken man we're dealing with.
Malkavians have a habit of being broken and being mended.
I will keep very alert on the situation and bring any further news to you in kind.
Good point. The more we repair things, the more he will be mended. The more he's mended, the more powerful he'll become. You may end up seeing the old prince yet.
And unless she has anything else to say to Waylon, he'll probably politely take his leave and hunt for food and join Mike for his movie night.
Sounds good.
When you learn more about Malkavians from Waylon than you do from yourself.
Hey.
Hey!
Part of the reason why I wanted to have that conversation was to widen the
Bless.
Malkavians a little bit more for everyone involved. So,
Thanks.
love you.
Love you. Stop flirting with me, though. We're
Also, I have an
professionals.
agenda.
Oh, I know, and it's hot, and I'm upset.
She gives you her customary salute. Bread and water, my friend.
The fuck kind of Jesus shit is that?
It's unclear exactly what she means by it. But
If I don't know the proper response, then I just give her a respectful short bow and go off into the night.
there is no customary response for it. That's just how she ends conversations.
I love her.
That's her form of a salute.
I'd almost,
Fantastic.
I'd almost want to say flesh and wine.
Yeah, we love a good tagline. That's branding right there.
You give me Baker, and I'm like, all right, we're going with bread puns.
When the yeast rises in the north, you will know the truth.
You will know it. All right, Waylon, what are you going to do to hunt?
I'm thinking Dex and Stealth, try to look for someone that's wandering a little far away from functioning streetlights. Take them into an alley and chomp them.
Hey, it's basic, and it works. Give me that
It's
delicious
classic.
vintage. It's
It's
older,
classic, and Waylon is a classic man.
It's older than bones.
One success.
Alrighty then, you get one vitae. You've got a horrible run of bad luck with these. You get one vitae before you hear someone open a window, and you should probably skedaddle.
Yep.
Mike, what's the movie for movie night?
Yes, Amelia will also be coming.
I was trying to. I had one picked out last week, and now I haven't been able to remember what it was that I was going to show them. It was inspired by Rashomon.
Ooh.
Yes, Rashomon.
Rashomon. Amelia has brought Natty Daddies to give to Thaddeus. She also brought a little bottle of Prosecco. She's a classy bitch.
That's beautiful. Oh, wait, is this the? I'm assuming this is the next evening.
Nope, this is that evening. So
this is the
unfortunately,
same
Atticus,
evening.
you're too busy fucking sleeping.
You missed
off your
movie night with
anime.
Sam because you were partying, Atticus.
So I've set up this little virtual thing with Thaddeus so that he's a telepresence,
Aww.
streaming the same movie to him, and that way.
Why is it the laughing you react? Sorry. There.
Huh. There are no Rashomon gifts. It's okay. I have found one for you.
There's plenty of Rashomon GIFs.
In the tenor keyboard?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, strangely enough, there's fucking nothing there.
I don't know what Rashomon is, and Amelia doesn't know what Rashomon is.
A classic Japanese film.
I like Godzilla, so, and I watched a lot of anime, so we're getting somewhere I can fuck with.
Well, do you know Akira Kurosawa, Seven Samurai?
I know of them.
Jimbo. I mean, basically, he's a director who's sort of inspired, like most of the really good directors of the '70s, most of the really good American directors of like the '70s and the '80s. So he, Star Wars was a sort of a botched remake of Hidden Fortress.
Gotcha.
And the Magnificent Seven was a literal remake of Seven Samurai, as was Fistful of Dollars, and what was Yojimbo was $12, right?
And maybe a few dollars more.
Yeah, and that was Sanjuro, right? It was a few dollars more.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, a lot of these famous American movies were remakes of his Japanese movies.
What? America stealing shit from other people? I can't
What?
believe it.
Not just other people, stealing them from a puppet state that America
Yeah.
controls.
Oops, oops, oops.
Well, to be fair, most of these guys are very reverent of Kurosawa. You know, and regard him as sort of like they've never been shy about praising him.
Right, crediting him.
Picasso style. If you're gonna rip someone off, rip off someone good.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
true.
Rashomon is classic for the unreliable narrator, the unreliable eye. So it's told from the perspective of, I think, 4 different characters, the same murder from all these different
From different perspectives.
Yeah, so it's very
Ooh.
at the time it was pretty much unprecedented.
Yeah.
It has been done since, but I still think it's one of the best.
Amelia's totally into that.
Oh yeah, actually, this movie was made for Amelia. She's
gonna be psychoanalyzing and sipping prosecco the whole time.
It'll also remind you a little bit of the play we put on.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet. I was gonna say the 4 different perspectives.
explicitly that was what the reason why Mike was bringing it up.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Amelia and I are both the opposite of buffs. To me, it's cinema noobs, cinema dummies.
Well, one of the things that's weird about the last 20 years is that people have stopped watching black and white movies almost completely. And it's really sad because some of the greatest movies ever made were in black and white.
There are still plenty that I like. I like anything that Humphrey Bogart is in, to be honest.
The Lighthouse was in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So like some people still do it. It's just a very like art film or indie film choice.
Right. Now it's kitschy to do it.
The thing is that a lot of these movies were kind of independent film houses really kind of curated the really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, now everything's in the public domain, but at the same time, it's very hard for people to know what to watch. And so I don't see the same level of cinephile as there used to be.
I'm almost picturing this discussion taking place in character.
Oh yeah, Amelia's nodding and she's like, I don't know what a cinephile, but I'm pretty sure I'm the opposite of that.
I should really use my voice.
Just don't hurt your throat.
Waylon, would you like some prosecco? Would you like some bubbly?
Oh, how could I refuse?
Mikey, you want a little bubbly?
I like the bubbles, but it makes me feel a little queasy.
Okay, you don't have to have any. You're always welcome, but there's no pressure. And she pours a glass for Waylon and hands it. And she's going to take her little glass of Prosecco and sip. And she's going to be the annoying mom who watches movies and asks questions the whole time and goes, wait, so who's this guy? And she's going to come up with theories that don't pan out.
Okay.
She's gonna be like, I bet they kiss by the end, and you're like, no,
They die.
no, they all die.
I'm just imagining the nosy mother of Mean Girl that's just like asking her daughter who's like,
Yes, that's Amelia's whole energy. If she could walk into a room with people fucking and being like, do you guys need anything? Water, snacks, lube? Is everybody lubricated? Everyone's consenting? Okay.
Have fun, kids.
Have fun. Make sure you have safe words. Aftercare is not an option. And then she just leaves everyone to their business. That's absolutely her energy.
That's literally what I'm imagining.
So she's just sitting with her Prosecco being like, so who's this character? Are they brothers? No, they're not. Oh, okay. I bet they're going to kiss by the end. And you're like, wait, you just thought they were brothers. What's happening?
What's up?
After an hour of this, Mike is sort of huddling in his chair in almost a fetal position, and looking desperately over at Wayland, like, Never again.
Waylon's going to encourage your questions by very earnestly saying the wrong thing that's going to happen.
Yes. Yes. I love it. And every time Waylon does, then she looks at him later when it turns out to be wrong, and she's like, Waylon, you lied to me.
I'm spending a point of willpower for these imaginary manipulation and subterfuge rolls.
Yes. Oh my god, amazing. Yes. Every time she looks really distressed, and she's like, Waylon, I thought we were part of the same team. Teammates
are.
don't lie to each other, and you lied to me. They didn't kiss at all. They died. Dying's not kissing.
Oh, well then, Mike, what was it you said there?
Never letting people in my haven again. No.
That's okay. We can have a movie night at my place next time.
Mm.
We'll watch 27 Dresses.
Well,
That seems excessive.
I don't know. There's a thing that pops into my head when you guys watch Yojimbo. Amelia only makes one correct prediction,
Yes.
which is, oh, he's mad because this is what happened to him.
Oh, she gets one good psychoanalysis moment.
Because there's a scene in Yojimbo that screams volumes without saying anything, where like a dude sells his wife into slavery with a bunch of gamblers.
Yep.
And Mifune loses his fucking mind. He's just like, this is fucked up. You can't do that. You have to go in and fix this. And he's like, I can't. I'm just some guy. And he's like, fine, then I'll fucking do it. And it's clear if you're paying attention, it's just like, oh, he's angry because he did this. He did this once. Like, this is his failure to properly deal with whatever happened with his past is why he's here right now. And now that he's seeing it, he goes from 0 to 11.
To 100. Yeah. Amelia's like, he's immediately triggered. That's a triggered man right there. Hell yeah. But the rest of it is her guessing that the wrong people are going to kiss.
Right. And the wrong people are going to die.
Nobody kisses. This is not a movie.
What? How can you have a good movie where no one kisses?
It's a mystery told from many perspectives.
Well, I think the mystery should be who ends up kissed at the end.
Does everyone have to kiss in a movie for it to be worth something?
No, but maybe one kiss would be nice.
It happens off screen.
Oh. And Amelia actually believes him. And goes, oh, okay, right. Okay, all right. Kissing off stage.
Japanese movies in the 50s considered any form of kissing to be like obscene.
Like taboo.
Yeah, I mean they could talk about rape, but they couldn't kiss.
Just a gentle little kiss.
Nothing.
Wow. I would not have done well in Japan in the 50s.
Also, one of the things that I love about Kurosawa's film is that everything is just fucking real. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him squinting in that wind.
well, like that wind, that's just some real ass fucking wind.
Yeah, he cannot see right now.
They waited for a windy day, and they were just like, all right, this is where we're shooting this scene because we need it to be windy.
Just shove him out into the wind. Go! We don't know how long this will last.
Right.
The other thing is that, you know, in terms of, you know, Kurosawa's genius notwithstanding, Toshiro Mifune just was like had, you know, what didn't just have presence. He had like presence times, presence squared. I don't know what else to say. When he was on, he was so fucking intense. It was terrifying.
He had 5 dots in presence.
No, he has 6 dots in presence.
Damn!
Like the forbidden 6th dot. He's like, I put it all into presence. And like,
yeah, I poured all of it.
All of it. And like the weird thing is like Mifune was in a movie every year of his life until he fucking died.
Damn, good for him.
Like, I looked up his IMDb when I saw Seven Samurai the first time. You're just like, okay, so he made Seven Samurai in like, what was it, like 52? And he's like, and then he made this in 53, and then he made that in 54, and just every year he's in another movie.
56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
I think
And so many of them are iconic. Like, I mean, the Samurai trilogy, all the Kurosawa films he made. I mean, he must have made like 6 or 7 Kurosawa films. So,
It's like he's a man who never stopped working. He's the fucking Dennis Hopper is the Toshiro Mifune of the United States.
Cap, do you think he was a Capricorn?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
That's big Capricorn energy right there.
That's big Cap energy.
So, that evening passes, a day passes, evening returns, and you are expected at Adams Manor.
Mike Capley kicks people out. It's sun's coming up soon. It's at least 2 hours.
Thanks for having us, Mikey.
You might hit traffic. Don't watch out! You don't trip the alarms on your way out. By the way.
Thanks for having us, Mikey. I had a blast. We'll do it again sometime.
Show open the gates for you.
Waylon does look pretty apologetic as he ushers Amelia out of the haven.
Who is slightly not tipsy because she's a vampire, but she's like just high on the friendship. She's like a little tipsy for no reason. She's like drunk on friendship.
Dear God. I got one drug. It's the worst drug of all.
Friendship. Yes.
Okay, we have a 5-minute window to get out. The security guards are pretty. Oh, listen, he's sleeping. Okay, never mind. We got time. So, in case Amelia doesn't know, Mike's Haven is under the Fields Museum in Chicago.
Oh, very cool. Extra secret movie night. Love it.
Is there anything that they would like to do before they go to Adam's place?
I'm going to grab a drink of water super quick, but otherwise, I'm ready.
Sounds good. I am going to grab a liquor drink very quick.
My drink will also be a liquor drink, to be honest.
It's time to start mixing my uppers.
Well, vodka means life. No, is it vodka means water?
Potato.
Shit, I can't remember that line. There's an anime with an immortal woman, and her first scene, and every time she comes in, is just like, do you know vodka means life? And she's just drinking like a fish. And then Russia got a little help from their oldest ally, the winter.
Name a more iconic duo.
Name a more iconic duo, Russia and winter.
I think it's more like abusive spouse.
Yeah.
I mean, Winter saved their ass a few times, but for the most part, it made them really miserable.
Like, the big thing I'm thinking of is like a shitty stepbrother. Like, no one can pick on my little brother but me.
Mm.
Just like, I don't know. I see this image and I just think, like, everybody fucking knows you don't invade Russia in winter. How does this keep happening?
Because everyone kind of assumes that it's going to be much quicker than it will be. So it's like, yeah, we won't hit Russia in winter. You have to be an idiot to hit Russia in winter. Everybody knows that. But then military campaigns tend to take much longer than people anticipate.
There we go.
So,
that's usually how it works. And then, like,
bad estimations have been the cause of all these.
And then everything else is sunk cost. You're like, well, we got this far. We got to try to do it before winter gets real bad. And then your fucking gasoline and your engines start literally freezing.
The other thing that people tend to forget about Russia is, even when they look at it in the maps, that it's much, much, much bigger than it looks.
It's so fucking big.
And like Napoleon and Hitler both like just missed the scale. It was like, hey, we can cover all this territory this quick. We move fast. Nope.
Hitler, your men do not have enough meth to cross that space in that much time.
I love the fact that they only had like summer clothes with them.
Oh my god, holy shit. No, guys. Ugh.
Yep. They literally didn't have any winter clothes because they were going to be done so much before that.
You beautiful fools.
I am a beautiful fool. Thank you for noticing.
So,
Yeah, that meth thing is just really weird.
it's the secret of the Blitzkrieg. It's the 14th step, the one they don't tell you about. How do we get our soldiers to knock out an enemy army in, like a week? Meth.
Oh, and also prolonged usage also does wonderful things about suppressing empathy.
Right?
Mhm.
Mm.
And and soldiers definitely don't need empathy.
No. Empathy is a human defect. We're just helping them get rid of it.
Toshino Mifune is an Aries. I looked.
Oh.
I was way
Also
off.
makes sense.
It also makes sense. Especially if he's playing in samurai movies.
It's a very driven person.
Yeah.
I
Big
think-
cardinal energy.
I think
Yeah.
if there's-
Wrong element.
I think if there's one thing you could say about Toshiro Mifune, the man was driven.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, fire signs make sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, with the sword play and whatnot, I could also see that.
Earth signs tend to be more reserved.
So, is there anything else that we are to do before we go to Adam's house?
Now we're going to visit the prince.
No,
Adam's
let's go
house
see
we
the
go.
Princey Pooh. To Adam's house we go. Na 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 na.
As you guys enter Adam's house, things look better.
Oh,
Not good, but
But better. Progress.
like Adam has graduated from looking at the goblet of congealed blood in his drink holder to like he's upgraded to a straw. He's got a straw now.
Is
That's
the
my
blood
boy.
still congealed?
Yes.
It's something. Progress. Baby steps.
Like he's graduated from apathetically looking into the cup to using a straw to drink slowly from the cup.
Problem solving. Amelia is very proud.
And the sea consciousness is also there.
Amelia gives the sea consciousness a wave and then congratulates Adam on his problem solving and gives him a sticker for grabbing a straw. It's a big gold star and she stamps it right on his forehead.
Everybody does love stickers.
Mm-hmm.
I
Stickers.
I think one of my favorite things I've ever read about like doctoring is like I read a thing about like how to treat different children of different ages when they're in hospital visits. And like each of them is like, oh yeah, and give them a lollipop for X reason. If they're 6 or 7, be like, oh yeah, they understand that this hurts and they're much more difficult to distract, so all you can do is do your best, but give them a lollipop when they're done to understand, like, hey man, I'm sorry you had to go through this, here's a lolly, and they'll be like, okay,
Right.
cool.
Yeah, you get something good out of the shitty.
Right, and
thing.
you're like, or like you can even understand that it's trying to make amends, like, I'm sorry you had to do this, we had to do this, here's my apology present, a lollipop. And no kid will ever say no to a lollipop. And then, but like, as it keeps going, it's like, at 16, you really can't negotiate with these kids. They don't want anything to do with you, and don't give them a lollipop, but leave the bowl of lollipops out. Because everybody loves lollipops.
Yes.
Like,
They will after the shot be like, yo, can I take a lolly?
or they will just take one on the way out. But if you give them one, they'll be like, nah, I don't want that shit. I don't want your fucking straight shit. But if you leave the bowl of lollipops there...
Oh, every time I go to the TD Bank, I'm like, I'm grabbing a lollipop, yo.
Right, you can't stop me.
It's free and it's right there and I want it.
It's free candy, motherfucker. But
yeah, so Amelia gives him a big proud star stampy right on his forehead for the progress he's making.
yeah,
She's very proud.
he sighs and just says, "Everybody does love stickers."
Right? They bring the happy.
So, I've hit a bit of a snag. I know what I need, but I don't know where to find it.
What do you need?
We need a harpy. Not like the mythological creature. Someone who knows who's alive and dead. Someone who knows where the bodies are buried. At which point he just says, "I don't know why I said that, but you get the point."
Well, some of my folk would be good at that. I mean, they're not the type who will be chummy, but they know where all the bodies are buried and can give you good information.
Unfortunately, I appreciate a harpy that's got a bit of glamour. You know?
Glamour, you say?
It's hard to find a glamorous Nosferatu.
Well, they do it. We do it mockingly sometimes.
Eh. He seems
No,
very cold on the idea of a Nosferatu harpy.
You need someone who can stand out in the sun, so to speak.
Yes.
Be the shining example of your court, entice people to it.
I don't know. I'm getting scoundrel vibes.
Scoundrel.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know anyone in the area, so I'm not the guy to ask.
At which point, the sea consciousness pulls out Carmen's fuck off huge revolver. And, like, they sort of quizzically turn their head and just, like, put the pistol to their head and go bang. And just, like, start laughing to themselves.
Amelia starts laughing too.
All the Valkyrians begin laughing.
Mike will laugh along as he sort of edges to be behind the bulk of Waylon. It's like, yeah, Waylon's big. He takes a bullet really well.
Amelia even takes a finger gun and like does the same thing back, almost like in a salute, and makes like a cross-eyed crazy face to the sea consciousness. Like she's she's like
now they start laughing and Adam starts laughing again and then you start laughing. It's infectious.
It's all the Malkavians just cackling.
Atticus, Mike, and Waylon, give me a resolve and composure roll.
Please.
Oh, sorry guys.
I probably don't.
3.
Sorry, / you're welcome.
4.
Oh, Waylon, I want you to roll really low so that you have to laugh with us.
Absolutely not.
Oh, please.
I will not debase myself in this way.
Oh,
That
please
10
debase yourself.
That 10 is taking Waylon places.
Fucking stone-faced. I respect it, but I'm mad.
Mike, what did you get on your resolve and composure roll?
I'm really freaked out.
Oh, man. Mike.
There's one success.
The laughter enters you like an infection. Like a fever rising from your gut, up through your throat, and into your cheeks. And then the laughter is a part of you. Hissing,
Oh boy.
wheezing, cackling laughter.
Oh, Jesus.
And then it ends.
So we need to find a harpy. Sorry, got distracted.
Yes.
Yes. Nothing.
Yes.
Let's work without a little bit of fun, right?
Right, yes, no, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Mixing your fun with your work.
But not too much. Remember, we're working on boundaries too, Adam.
No, I see a place of excess. Maybe.
Mike's just like, I can't even obfuscate with these two fuckers. The prince and the sheriff, at least.
You could try. If you roll exceptionally well, they won't be able to detect you. But still.
Do you have any leads, my friends?
Unfortunately, no. This is what you're here for. Use your best judgment. I trust you.
Atticus, you know anyone who'd make a good heartbeat?
Now that you think about it, maybe. Atticus,
Possibly.
give me an intelligence and socialize.
Oh, intelligence. So socialize. Socialize. All right. I think that is. All right. That's 3. Let's see what I got. No, not look up. Fuck. All right.
One success
Okay.
is one success. Yeah, you do know a guy. You're not too deep into the Anarchs, but I mean, if he's looking for somebody who knows everybody and knows a lot of dirty secrets, you are familiar with someone infamous in the Anarchs, actually. Waylon, if you weren't freshly raised a few weeks ago, you might be familiar with him too. Theodore DeMilo?
Ooh.
He's a big fat Jonah Hill looking motherfucker.
Teddy D.
Teddy D.
Teddy D.
The most notable thing about Teddy D are his extensive number of numerous outstanding debts.
That's our kind of guy.
What's his last name? Sorry, Theodore.
DeMilo.
DeMilo?
Yes,
Yeah,
Theodore
Teddy
DeMilo.
D.
Teddy D for short.
Teddy D.
Teddy D is a vampire of some note. He has a reputation for getting into and out of trouble. But he knows everyone because he either owes them, has owed them, or has begged from them in the past.
He knows who's alive and who's dead because he's keeping track of who might come back for debts.
Exactly.
That's our kind of guy.
Oh, I know that guy. He asked me for tech support one time. Wasted a whole fucking day.
Do we really want
wow.
someone who's a debtor in a position of power?
Adam just says, absolutely. Debt is leverage. Leverage is power.
Have you been watching Hamilton again?
Hmm.
I feel like I'm getting like Better Call Saul kind of vibes.
Kind of.
Yeah, except
Yes.
like imagine a big tubby Better Call Saul.
A big
Yes.
tubby Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
That's
like
Love it.
that's not terrible.
he's a
Better call Teddy.
he's a
Better
big
Call Teddy.
he's a big dude who usually dresses pretty well, especially considering his size.
He's a teddy bear.
With lots of debt.
Lots of
That's
debts.
it.
He is at the center of a web of debt that would make Spider-Man's head spin.
Damn.
He has got Ponzi scams and his Ponzi scams.
That's true. If you're looking for him, you just need to find a high-paying scam.
That shouldn't be too hard.
I think he had a robocall phone bank on the west side.
That's true.
Waylon, do you know anyone else from the Anarchs who would be a suitable...
I know a
Give
few
me
places to look, but individuals, not quite.
Good call. You would know places to look, but people, no. Places? Yes. You've got a real mind for places, like battlefields and artillery positions.
Well, I'm pretty good with people, so if you know places with reliable people, I can always do some screening of any
I think
candidates.
that would be best. Yes.
That way we can at least extend our options.
Hold interviews as it is.
Indeed. Check an aura or 2 or 12.
If this Teddy catches your eye, I'd be willing to meet him at least.
I'd
See
be
what all
interested
hype
to
is
meet
about.
him.
I'll pull up my laptop and see if I can figure out what scam he's got going on now, where we might be able to find him.
Understandably, he's gone underground. What with the whole scourge thing going on, if he's doing a scam, and he almost certainly is, it's gonna be analog.
Yeah.
You get 20 successes on your computer and intelligence roll. Nope, he's gone analog.
God. He's an old school kind of guy. He's probably doing some press the flesh type of crap.
Well, we can keep him as a backup option and worry about finding him later. Maybe for now we can follow Wayland's thread and get to an area with some well-connected, informed vampires and see what we can find.
Actually, Atticus and Mike, give me an... Oh, it's a pity finance isn't a skill anymore.
Would it fall under like
Investigation, maybe?
streetwise or crafts, maybe?
Oh yeah, this is the two of you. Each of you give me a wits and streetwise roll.
Okay.
I just got a point in that recently.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, but I think I failed.
Did you get a 1 on a chance die? No, that's just regular failure. Yeah,
Okay.
man. Sorry, Atticus. You're too busy on the straight and narrow, selling barely restrained, vicious, blood-fueled animals to concerned vampires, to know of any other scams going on. Oh, baby Jesus. Now that you think about it, Mike, there's a little Korean joint called the Dragonfly Club. And if you were really dumb and you needed to make some money quick and you were a vampire, one of the ways you could do it is by playing Russian roulette.
Eh.
And the Dragonfly Club is a place where, you know, occasionally if they find 4 people desperate enough, they can sit around the table and spin the cylinder.
Oh man, I've heard about this place, but this is kind of weird shit.
Weirder than our last production?
No, but I mean, no offense, but they're freaking insane. These people are more insane in the sort of stupid way.
Right, they're not the fun kind of crazy.
Right. I mean, they're the type of crazy who's willing to take a bullet to their brain to make some money. That's just dumb. But yeah, I mean, are we sure this is the guy we want? I mean, it's. I know politicians aren't usually that smart, but you know, man, this guy he's like a bad balancing act. He's just one step away from the whole thing fucking collapsing. He just keeps on moving. He's like a shark. He just keeps on moving to breathe. If he stops moving, he dies.
You are absolutely correct.
I mean, like I said, I'm willing to meet with anyone. I also don't mind following Waylon's thread and
Yeah.
seeing who we can meet and scope out. I have some abilities in both. I have both a PhD and some vampiric abilities that give me the ability to read people quite well. I would not mind screening them. I think we should follow any threads we can find.
Sure, that makes sense.
The question is, do we want to follow Teddy's thread first or try to look elsewhere and keep him as a backup option?
Well, our good prince did say that he had a feeling about a scoundrel, so let's meet this scoundrel.
He is very much a scoundrel.
For reference, Teddy DeMilo.
Hey, love
Perfect.
it.
Love it.
Look at this fuck. Look at him.
Love him. Look at that tie. Love that for you.
Look at him. Teddy D.
So, Mike, is it off to the Dragonfly Club?
Yeah.
Oh, before we go, Amelia is going to give Waylon one of the blood vials that she procured earlier today
Oh.
as thanks for burning your feet off and getting me out of the trap when we were at Carmen's. I told you I'd repay you, and I'm a woman of my word.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for saving my ass.
I'm not going to drink it here.
No, but you have one, if you need it.
How did you get it?
It is from a client who is on an antidepressant, so I would be wary of some minor side effects. But it shouldn't be anything too strong.
It should be fine. Don't be a poos. Just drink it.
Yeah, if anything, you'll probably have an extra and a good day. You'll be in high spirits.
What kind of person is your client?
Single mom. She's got 2 kids. She's trying her best, a decent woman. Had a I wouldn't say abusive, but unresponsive partner. Not married, but baby daddy of 1. There was a kid beforehand that didn't work out. Complicated woman with a complicated life, but nothing tricky or dangerous. She's a decent sort.
So box wine.
Pretty much, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, not on anything too crazy. I don't think she's drugging up. She's just on her antidepressant and on mommy antidepressant.
That's not what he meant.
Yeah. Are they made from real Girl Scouts? Bless. But yes, we'll vitae for you as thanks.
You're too kind.
Well, I told you I owed you one, so.
Puts the vial in the inside pocket of his coat and gives you a very polite smile.
Aw, we're gonna be friends, Waylon. I just know it.
You're already comrades.
Oh,
You're
I'll
bound
take
by the
comrades.
same purpose.
Take comrades for now. All right.
Nothing
now
can deter you, can it?
I am determined. All right, let's try to find this Teddy.
What sort of place is the dragonfly? Is it someplace where there are, it's vampires are sort of above board, or is it still mainly mortals?
No, it's mainly mortals.
Okay. So I still have to be discreet.
Yes.
All right. So I'll be around, guys, but I can't be too visible.
So, when you said Teddy D was up to schemy things, but he's not, he's under the radar, so he's going old school?
He's going analog.
Analog. Okay.
His schemes are not digital in nature. He's doing things himself physically, like with his body. Like playing Russian roulette as a vampire who can't lose.
Right, gambling, Russian roulette, probably some in-person scams.
Exactly. Like, you
Yeah.
know, selling the Eiffel Tower to old ladies, that sort of thing.
Not doing
Nigerian
the
prince.
not pulling Prince Nigerians, because
Nigerian.
that would be online.
Nah, but he's got to do it in real life.
Yeah, he's pulling in real life Nigerian princes, and you're like, I see your pasty ass skin, sir. I don't know about that.
I'm a long lost Rothschild, and I've run into a bit of banking trouble here. Please hear me out.
Oh, you poor thing.
Exactly.
There is actually a dating sim called Reed, Prince of Nigeria, that's all about romancing one of the scam emails, and it's the best thing in the world. And I
Jesus
highly
Christ.
suggest. It's really fucking funny.
Oh, now I'm thinking of which clan he is. I hadn't considered that.
Oh snap! Didn't you say he was Archon?
Toreador? It's not exactly artistic, though.
No.
Yeah, I thought when you said Atticus knew him, I thought you said he was Archon.
No, he's an anarch.
Anarch, sorry, not Archon. I
No.
don't know why.
I got confused too.
Anarch is a political alignment, not
Oh, okay.
not a
Means-
vampiric alignment.
They don't
Gotcha.
normally belong in the prince's pocket. They-
Gotcha.
Govern themselves, but still hold to the masquerade.
And then
Gotcha.
there's the bot who says, "Fuck the rules."
Waylon is more than happy to tell you about the anarchs.
Amelia could use some education in general. Because she's tried to get vampiric education from Adam, but as you can imagine, she probably understands more of what he's saying than most people, but
And they're for people that value society, but also value their own freedom. Being
I
a
can get
part of
that.
a Camarilla's court comes with a lot of perks, but also a lot of rules that you have to follow, and if you should break their rules, subject to horrible punishments.
yeah. I imagine with Carmen as part of the sheriff, we would not want to break any rules if we don't have to.
I'm just hoping that if we get this done, I'll be underneath Adam's radar again and can kind of slip away.
Oh, I don't think that any of us are going to be able to completely hide from his gaze.
Yeah. Does Adam scare you, Mike?
No, but there's other stuff I find more interesting.
Oh. I see.
Oh, he does scare me.
Really? Oh, he's not that scary.
He might kill you just because he gets confused.
That's what I mean. He
I
has
mean,
a long way to go on his road to recovery, and I'm not sure if he's going to be as fit to lead at the end of this as he thinks he will.
But that's why he has all of us. We'll keep
Precisely,
him-
but I don't want this to be my entire unlife.
I don't understand, but I accept your truth. I could work on that kid for the rest of my unlife. He is a puzzle wrapped inside of an enigma, stuffed inside of a burrito.
It's beautiful you've found your life's purpose.
but you do realize there's a chance that he might just kill you because he's having a bad day.
I've been with him through many of his bad days.
Okay.
I've been with him through some of his worst days. Yeah. Yeah, Adam and I have the same brain. It's why I'm not concerned, because we both just imagine spilled milk all day.
Hey man,
Every
we vibing
day.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Malkavians just be
fantastic.
like, well,
The instant
I'm
he would stoop so low as to kill his own child heir is the instant he's not fit to rule.
as long as I'm still around, he's not totally crazy.
Oh shit, Chicago does have a Chinatown.
Oh,
He's
cool.
making progress, and I know he has good regulation skills. I wouldn't let him become king of the vampires if I didn't think he was suitable.
To be fair, he already was on the throne.
Yeah, but Scourge happened and things got complicated.
Scourge happened and then things got bad and the bad times came. And what do we do when the bad times come? We scream.
Mm-hmm. Or laugh,
The real question is, why aren't you screaming?
because I'm laughing.
Exactly.
Remember my dissertation? 2 choices, scream or laugh. I choose laugh.
Gun to your head. Pick your choice. Speaking of guns
Take
to
or
the
death.
head. I assumed you got into your vehicles and drove to
Yes.
Dragonfly Lodge.
I think all of this was happening in the
Yeah.
car.
In transit.
Shove it in. Wait, are we carpooling or are we all taking separate?
I own no car, so
Well,
I'm
Hi,
sure
Atticus.
Amelia. I'm
Neither
sure
do I.
Amelia has
You
a
can-
car, but
you
I
can
don't
ride with me and Dante.
yeah, I don't see
Excellent.
any reason to take separate cars unless we think we need 2 cars. Amelia probably has a vehicle.
I mean, it's always nice to have 2. You wouldn't want to like split
Yeah.
up more, but like 2 is
Amelia-
like, oh, if we have to give up a car,
Yeah.
we can fucking ditch one.
Amelia will take a car on her own and just listen to her like audiobooks while she drives.
You will listen to
For-
fucking
Really,
Hey Arnold synthwave.
Yes. Oh my god, she totally would.
But you guys arrive at the. Let's see if I can find a picture of a Korean dive bar.
I'm sure you
I'm
can.
certain.
Oh, probably.
I'm sure there's one sad, very drunk man doing Korean karaoke in the corner.
Oh, baby Jesus.
And if there isn't, then it's not a Korean dive bar.
This place is so bright.
I hope he's singing a
Not what I was
I
expecting.
hope he's singing "I Did It My Way" in English, even though it's a Korean bar.
Oh my god. That would make sense.
Right?
Actually. The
No.
Asian dive bars are brighter for some reason.
My brother also told me that the Koreans are genuinely obsessed with Frank Sinatra.
Actually, that reminds me of a Thai restaurant I've been to in Toronto.
I love it. Amelia's already vibing.
God damn. But yeah, so this is the place.
I love it. Kitschy.
Yeah. You're looking for the back room. Let me scout first. You guys just like order drinks or something.
No, I'm good.
I'll take a Mai Tai.
I go look for the for where the games are being done.
Give me a beautiful obfuscate roll.
Okay. I think that's obfuscate plus stealth plus intelligence.
I think.
Was it?
Question mark?
Yeah. Sorry, I had it, but I don't have it currently. It's been a while.
Yep, intelligence,
Yeah.
stealth, and obfuscate. The cloak
Okay.
of night.
Well, that's not a good roll for me at all. Let's see. Let's see with with my mere 11 dice how it goes. Close
Oh
the dice
god,
roll.
if you use this power in response to being discovered, if the number of successes you roll is greater than the mortal witness's willpower dots, they reconstruct the scene in their memory to justify your character's disappearance.
That's-
Incredible.
That's terrifying.
Hot.
Hot.
Mortals are toys.
Everyone in this squad is so hot.
True.
Hot girl summer.
Yes.
Yes.
The theme of our squad, Hot Girl Summer.
Hot girl summer. I love it.
Do you need an investigation roll or something like that for me too?
Yeah, give me a wits and investigation roll. But yeah, this place is bopping on a thirsty Thursday night. People are getting drunk.
Whoop.
There appear actually those who remained in the bar. Give me a. Is it just a straight wits and composure? Give me a wits and streetwise roll.
Sure.
Me included, or is it my investigation
No,
roll?
you're busy doing something else.
If I have nothing in streetwise, I subtract, right?
Yeah, you get a -1.
Okay. So I'm just rolling a luck roll.
Ooh.
Rolling a duck roll. Oh my god.
Not a duck roll, a luck roll.
A duck roll.
And I rolled bad.
Oof. What's up?
Ah.
Ames ain't from the hood.
No.
She's not from the streets.
Waylon, you don't know too much about Korean street politics, but you did have a cousin who visited the Orient, and he wrote letters to you before your interring about the Gyeongdal, the Korean mafia.
Okay.
Gyeongdal fashion hasn't changed much in the interim years. Standard uniform is suits and sunglasses. Long story short, there is a criminal element at this bar. The owners might pay protection, but it looks like the guys who are in here are just blowing off some steam.
I'll lean over to Amelia and say, "This is definitely the place.
Like,
There are
they
some
don't
choice
look like they
individuals."
want to pick a fight yet.
I'm just a guy with a cane.
Yeah, no, I'm just some fucking dumb gringo. What's up?
I'm just a dude with a dog.
Yeah, Amelia just sees nice Korean people in suits and she's like, all right, I don't know how you know, but I trust you.
They're so articulate. No, Amelia, don't say that.
Yeah.
Call it instinct.
Oh, has Amelia started obfuscating her?
Yes, I have a point in obfuscate and I am hiding my bat.
That's so funny.
Yes, I have my barbed wire bat. It does good damage now. Does sexy extra damage.
Oh, Hanafu. I'm sorry, Hanafuda.
Can Amelia do, and it's okay if I can't, but because I have aura perception, can I do like a crowd sweep? Like a general sweep of the area?
You absolutely can.
Mhm.
Roll your
Cool.
aura sight.
I will.
idea.
Intelligence, empathy, and aspects. So 2, 4,
Mike,
7.
while you're out back, the games offered are Mahjong, Hanafuda, and Craps. But
So
you do spy 4 people, 2 fat white guys and 2 kind of skinny Korean guys who are just seated at little benches looking very nervous. And one of them is indeed Teddy D.
Teddy D.
You've never seen a vampire who looks so human. He's even sweating.
how does he do that? It's kind of creepy. I'll go find the others. I'll also tug at Atticus's sleeve. Hey, I found the dude.
Teddy D.
Yeah, he's in the back room.
All right then. Let's
Amelia,
go.
Is there anything special that needed to get into the back room for them? Like, do you need to have a code word? Do you need to have
that's a good question. You need it's a special like ID card.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to steal a few of those.
But Amelia, 5 successes.
Mhm.
So you look around, and generally the feelings are happy, or happy, drunk, calm. The Gyondal guys are feeling a little aggressive. But there's one guy.
There's always one.
There's one fucking guy
Mm.
who's got a light blue aura tinged with dark blue spots. He's
Oh.
calm and suspicious.
Oh, like too calm.
Calm, watching, waiting.
Is he amongst the suits?
No.
Okay. Is he alone?
Yes. He's
Okay.
some lone white guy.
Can I do a separate personality profile read?
You can try to.
Cool. That's my empathy plus what?
Wits.
Okay, thank you. Wits and empathy.
Good old wits and empathy.
Kind of thinking that wits might be the most commonly used attribute.
1 success.
Wits is pretty popular
I say wits are in.
because wits is figuring things out, and int
And
is
int-
knowing things.
I got 1 success.
I mean, he's drinking, but he's not feeling it. He's watchful and astute. He's not here to party, but when anyone starts paying attention to him, he puts on a partying attitude. And he's got his
Gotcha.
eyes pointed towards the games room.
Okay. Mia's gonna lean over to the squad and be like, that guy is suspicious, and I can't fully tell you why, but he seems like he's watching something or looking for something, so everybody keep your eyes on him.
Will do.
Those IDs, the backroom IDs, do they have pictures?
No, they're not picture IDs. They're just these little sort of like, they almost look like playing cards.
Okay. I'm going to go back into the room, and I'm going to steal 3 of them from people who look like they'll be easy marks.
Give me those delicious dexterity and larceny rolls.
Oh, dexterity and larceny.
Don't forget you can burn those will points.
Burn the will points. Burn the will points. Ooh, I need to gain more willpower back, though.
Do you need three rolls?
Nope, just one.
I'm obfuscated too. I don't know if that gives me any advantage.
What was that?
I'm obfuscated too, so I'm not sure if that gives me any advantage of my larceny.
No, it just means that you have more to risk by being caught. But you have the ability to make these rolls without anyone. Like, you have the ability to make these rolls in this space. In short, you're able to steal 2 cards. You don't think you should take the 3rd. I mean, by all means, take all 3, but there will be consequences.
Mikey can always stay invisible if he needs to, and we can figure out who else needs to come in.
Yeah, Mike would have to stay invisible. I go back to the team. Say, here, I could only get 2 of the cards. Amelia, can you pretend to be sort of like a, well, a whaling could be the arm candy, I suppose. Somebody's got the arm candy. No one's going to believe it's Atticus.
Waylon, you want to be my escort?
Gladly.
I can be Waylon's escort, whichever is more believable. Or is there like a bouncer? Because I could try to schmooze him.
There is a big Korean dude, a big measurehead looking motherfucker at the door.
Amelia doesn't like to play into typical gender roles, but for this sake, she will probably just play the pretty arm candy, and she's gonna wrap herself very in character around Waylon's arm and be like, "I'm your good luck charm for the night."
Yes, you are. All right. Let's go.
And she's going to swallow her pride and play the ditzy bimbo role, even though it hurts so much.
I think my favorite line that Measurehead says is, "Huh." Jesus Christ, that's so good. I think my favorite of Measurehead's lines is, "Ham sandwich, do not worry. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me."
Damn.
Just Jesus Christ, dude. Okay.
Hot.
Alright.
Fucking goddamn it. So yeah, there is an odd job looking motherfucker at the front door, at the back door. Like you could throw a gold bar at his chest and it just fucking bounce off and be like, "What was that?"
You'd shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
You could throw a spear at him and he'd pick his teeth with it.
It's true.
He'd catch it with his
Garage
Okay.
of a hand.
his apex nipples or whatever.
Yes.
Well, I know that he's a terrible racial stereotype in some ways. I've got to say, I love Oddjob. Is one of my favorite James Bond thugs.
He's a good
Yeah.
goon. I think the only one I would put over Oddjob is Jaws, just because he's Jaws.
Yeah.
Well, at least the first few times he showed up. I mean, became really silly towards the end.
Yeah, no, like I'm only talking about the two iterations of Jaws. Like car in the house, walks out through the front door, fixes tie. On a space station, busts open a bottle of champagne with his teeth and pours some for his little bride to be and says, "Well, here's toss."
Yo, that's hot.
It's pretty hot. But so Atticus, you flash your card and you get through without a problem. They do not give a fuck about Dante.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about a Korean games club leads me to believe that they'll just let a dog into the back.
They probably just figure you're waiting for another dog to show up so you can bet on the fight.
And so Amelia and Waylon, you show up. Amelia, turn up the charm. Give me a delightful manipulation and subterfuge roll.
Oh, subterfuge. You sure you don't want it to be socialized?
This is not a socialized roll.
Oh, fine.
I think you're putting on a show, technically.
Well, like,
I'm gonna
this
burn a
is-
will point then.
This is a explicitly deceptive.
That's fine.
subterfuge.
I'm gonna burn another will point then because I
Sure.
don't have subterfuge.
You're pretending to be a ditzy bimbo,
Yeah.
and you are not one.
And I have a PhD, and no one will believe.
No one will believe that
Except
you.
that I got two. No, I got
Yeah, 2.
two successes.
Hey, 2 is pretty good.
Two is we'll take it.
And
Amelia
like,
puts on her best. She puts on her best like dumb bimbo giggle, like.
no,
I don't know what they're saying.
Waylon, give me a presence and persuasion. You don't need to say anything. You just need to play the part of rich, dumb white guy.
Absolutely, I can do this. Would my specialty for gaining trust come into play here?
Yes!
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You are definitely gaining his trust, as in, like, nah, man, I'm rich and I'm dumb and I got this woman and we're here to lose money. Are you gonna say no to
I
a
got this
man
hot-
who is here
Yeah.
to lose money straight up? Down the
I got-
drain. I don't give a fuck.
I got
3.
cash and this hot thought on my arm. What you gonna do?
Hot.
No. he overlooks your one individual entrance card and just gives you a nod and a good luck, sir.
Wonderful.
Just out of curiosity, these cards are strictly analog, right? They're not scanned or anything.
No, they're just like a little painted
Little
sort of
token.
Hanafuda card with like a I don't know, some sort of flower on it.
Bless.
Bless.
Like they
Bless this flower.
they could easily be counterfeited, but like the thing is, like, how would you even know? Like, if you it just wouldn't work out that way, you know?
Yep. No, Mike just wanted to make sure that there
Perfect.
wasn't a barcode or something like that got scanned.
That's adorable.
God, I feel like I'm playing my Hanafuda app again.
That is
got you.
exactly what I'm talking about. You flash a card, and they're just like, "Oh, yep, you're supposed to be here." And then if you go there and don't flash a card, they're like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 hold up! Where do you think you're going, buddy? No, 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 no. What you want to do is you want to turn around and you want to get drunk. That's what you're doing tonight, kid."
You want to go that way. You want to go that way and get shot. Different kind of shots.
Yeah, you come back here to get shot.
Right. And as you guys go back there, there is a conspicuous absence of Teddy D and the other three players.
Oh.
Yeah, they must have gone to another back room to actually do it.
Wait, so there's no one else in this back room?
Oh no, this area is filled with like not filled, but there are a couple of gambling people.
Oh, okay.
There's a pretty active craps table. Small bets only. Like people aren't throwing around like thousands of dollars, but people are throwing around hundreds of dollars.
Are there doors other than the ones we entered through?
No, there are no obvious exits.
Then I can't talk to the doors.
Oh fuck! You'll
Damn it!
You have to talk to the walls.
No!
Where were they sitting?
They're at that table over there.
There wasn't a table. There's just a little sort of like alcove with 4 chairs.
My
Amelia's
dear,
gonna-
would you like to take a seat?
Amelia would love to take a seat with Waylon.
One of those spinning wall things.
Can-
Mike goes over and investigates to see if this is a tribute to another James Bond movie.
Okay, so Mike, give me a wits and crafts, and Amelia, you might need a distraction.
Oh, okay.
Like if you want to talk to a chair, you could just be like, "Nah, man, I'm talking to this chair. Fuck off." But if you want no one to notice, you're gonna need someone to run interference.
Right.
It's a small gambling room.
Right. Atticus is in the room, so I'm going to ask if Atticus or Dante could cause a small diversion.
No luck.
No luck.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
no luck for Mike. Who knows what Amelia might turn up?
Yeah.
Oh, no luck for Mike. Oh, okay.
Okay. Amelia's also playing very much the role of the thought, and so she whispers like a polite sorry before she like sits in Waylon's lap and tries to act some form of flirtatious, even though she does not know how to do.
Atticus, what's your plan for causing a small scene?
Causing a small scene.
The trick is, if it's too big, they'll ask you to leave. If it's too small, it won't be enough. You need to hit that sweet spot.
I can always whisper to the chairs.
Here, I'll take a seat, and you can act like you're whispering in my ear.
So what's happening?
True.
What other
We'll play it up.
gambling are going on? You said there's a craps table and there's
craps, Hanafuda, and mahjong.
Yeah.
That competitive mahjong that I don't understand how it works.
Hang on.
If I'm seated with Waylon, Reynold, if I am seated with Waylon, can I make it look like I'm whispering to Waylon if we speak to the chair we're seated in?
Nah, man, you gotta talk right to the chair.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair
I thought
enough.
I'd check.
So what you said?
Instead, what about making some folk angry at each other, so they're doing the scene instead of us.
That's
But I'm
a
thinking-
possibility.
I'm thinking maybe I can move some money around and make it, or I don't know Mahjong very well, so I'm not sure what someone would do to cheat, but I could probably make it seem like someone's cheating.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna have like Dante brings something over, like I don't know, like whoever's like the craps table, I guess. Wait, do you use cards and craps?
No,
I don't
cards.
remember.
Craps is dice.
Craps is dice. Okay, well I can't do that. What's you said Hanafura was the thing?
Hanafuda.
Hanafuda is a style of Japanese playing cards made from paper and cardboard. They're typically smaller than Western playing cards, and so you can play all sorts of weird games with them.
Oh, Wayskin. I recognize that game.
A deck of 48 cards divided into 12 suits of 4 cards. Each suit named after a month of the year, with pictures of flowers.
That's cute.
Mhm. I want to check real quick, because it's past 9. Does Waylon need to step away soon?
Soonish.
Okay, I just want to check.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Totally.
I'm trying.
We'll try to get a distraction going and maybe talk to a chair, and then we'll bounce.
Mahjong.
We did not want turning to pumpkin.
No,
And
cannot turn into a pumpkin.
Evidently, turn into pumpkin. Evidently, Mahjong is a Chinese game. My bad, but
Right.
I feel like it feels sensible for it to be being played in a Korean.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gambling.
Yeah, it's gambly.
It's
Oh,
gambling.
Jesus Christ.
It's vaguely Asian. They'll go for it.
Mahjong is definitely Chinese, but it's very big game, and I think through much of Asia.
I'm about to say, like, I figured that shit would spread.
Yeah.
If Buddhism is gonna spread, fucking Mahjong is gonna spread.
I'm not sure if a Japanese game is going to be popular in the Korean genre.
There is a version of it
game.
that is played in South Korea with Hanafuda cards.
Is there?
It's a fishing card game.
Ah, okay.
So is it like a very like in? Is it like kind of exposed pipes like in the ceiling?
Yeah,
kinda,
like
kinda
this
deal?
place, pretty bright, shiny, gaudy.
Same.
The bright paint is used only to hide the blemishes that lay underneath.
Okay. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Can I? Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna try and like stand as far away from the other groups of people as possible, and I'm gonna try and attempt to whisper to the ceiling for cockroaches.
Here we go.
Yes. Summon the bugs.
Give me that. I think this is the Call of the Wild ability.
Yeah, that's the 3 points in the animalism, right?
Yep. Give me a
Beautiful.
presence, animal ken, and animalism roll, and spend
wait.
1 vitae.
Yes,
Okay, hold on.
Atticus.
So what is that? So the 3 animalism,
Presence
3
and animal ken.
presence. That's 3. So that's 5. 8. Does that sound right?
Yup.
All right, 8 it is. Let's
Hell
see
yeah.
what happens.
Call that wild, Atticus.
Ooh. Ooh. What does this mean? I don't know what this means.
That's 4 successes.
That's a lot of bugs.
That's a lot of cockroaches.
Okay. So you get 400 yards worth of cockroaches.
That's many.
This room.
I'm going to need a shower.
This room gets swarmed.
Jesus.
You become an agent of pestilence, and like people fucking dip.
I bet.
They get
All right.
the fuck
Well, I guess I don't have to worry about getting caught anymore talking to the chair.
All right, so this is horrible. Mike is really freaked out, but at the same time, there's a lot of unattended money lying around, and this seems like a really good opportunity to, just get a nice little, ball of cash on them.
So I did a little bit of quick math, and assuming that the cockroaches are an average size of 2 inches, 400 yards of cockroaches is approximately 7,200 cockroaches.
No, it's not 400 yards of cockroaches. It's all the cockroaches within 400 yards.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood.
But
Yes, I did too. I was like, that's so many.
Yes,
still,
that's actually still a lot. It's still a lot.
7,200
Still a lot.
cockroaches sounds appropriate.
But
And I mean, like, Atticus,
God.
they're basically under your command.
Well, I just wanted to fucking cause a distraction. Not have everyone leave.
Definitely have them crawl up people's leg.
Oh
leg.
yeah, no. But the point is, like, they won't crawl. Like, if one of your party members steps, if you command it, the roaches will move to make space.
I see.
You have created a tide of roaches.
So the floor is moving, basically.
Yes. The floor is alive.
cool. Amelia's gonna wiggle her fingers at the roaches real quick and be like, "Hi, buggies," and then she's gonna say hi to a chair.
Roll a beautiful spirit
Can I-
science on the chair.
Can I make a larceny roll and steal everything I possibly can?
You can.
Amelia says
This
hi.
is too good an opportunity.
Yeah, she wiggles her fingers at the bugs and goes like, "Hi, bugs." And
I'm gonna spend a point of willpower on that. I just have to. I want money.
Mike, is greed your vice?
No, it's not.
Yes.
Oh, you poor egg.
Usually sloth, but this is just too good an opportunity. All right, so that's
So this is all inside the back room. The roaches are not in the main part of the bar.
No. And like the bouncer looks into the back room and just like when everybody gets through, he sees you guys in there and like, I don't know, somebody flashes him up, "What do we do?" Look, and he just fucking closes the door.
Sounds about right.
They don't even care.
Mike, you get $7,000 worth of ill-gotten gains.
damn,
Nice.
Mikey's paying for all the drinks from now on.
And like you just start grabbing cash and cash and cash and cash, and just like, and those 50s and 20s, they add up quick. But Amelia, you talk to the chair, and it's just like, "Hey, I'm a
Hey,
chair.
Hi, I see that. You're doing a great job at it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm the
So-
last place people sit before they die."
Oh, I'm glad I'm sitting next to you and not on you. There were some gentlemen earlier. One of their butts may have been on your face.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering where they went, because, I know some of them died, but I can't imagine all 4 of them died in one round of Russian roulette.
Oh no, they're not dead yet, but they will be. They go that way, it says, vaguely gesturing with its chairness to an empty patch of wall.
Okay, so they're through the wall.
Uh-huh.
Is there a secret to getting through the wall?
Uh-huh.
Are we friends enough for you to tell me the secret? Because I gotta tell you, I'm loving your chair vibe right now, and you were doing an excellent job at being a chair.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't blame you for not sharing your secrets. Do you know if there are any other chairs that might be loose-lipped?
Well, are you here to play?
Of course I'm here to play.
Are you here to die?
Of course I'm here to die.
Are you here to make us a lot of money?
Of course I'm here to make you money.
There's a buzzer on the wall. Click it and you get buzzed in.
Oh, excellent. I can't wait to play, win, and give you money.
That's what we like to hear.
Thank you, Chair. You've been wonderful. You keep doing your good chair work.
Us here at the Dragonfly Club. First you come to drink, then you come to gamble, then you come to die.
Oh, and she claps a little bit. I hope someday you get to be in a production of Chicago. I really do. Thank you. You've been lovely. And then she will let everyone know and point to the wall and let them know there's a buzzer on the wall.
Everybody give me a wits and composure roll to check out that wall.
Wits and
Check out
composure.
that wall, y'all.
Maybe if I do a good enough job, my cockroaches can do something.
God, I love talking to inanimate objects. I really do.
It's really great.
It's really
I
satisfying.
love it.
It's really fun.
I don't know why, but I wanted the chairs to be really excited and also immensely corrupt.
Love it. Love that dichotomy.
Too many cockroaches.
I remember when Reynold and I came up with this for Amelia, I was like, oh, that'll be really funny. And now I'm using it. I'm like, it's so useful too. Uh-huh.
Objects
Love
know
it.
things.
I get to turn objects into NPCs and then be like, tell me what you know.
And like they don't have as much personality as real people.
Yeah, so they're like, okay.
I'll just tell you shit. I don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah. Love that for you. Thank you,
Inanimate
Chair.
object.
Amelia, you fucking you have mind sex with this wall, and it lets you know where all the secrets are.
Hi, wall. Show me your crevices.
Oh man.
That little crack there, that's okay. I like some battle scars.
And a crevice opens up to reveal a little button.
Clint, thank you for showing me your secret button, sweetie. I will be very gentle with it. And she presses the button.
So you press the button, and on the other side of the door, there are one man and 3 corpses seated around a table in a room surrounded by soundproof foam. And Teddy is like feeding on one of the dead men. The other 2 have shot themselves in the head, and he has a wound in his skull that is closing. And he turns to see you all and just says, with a mouthful of human throat, "Oh shit!" And
Hi, Teddy.
And that's where we'll leave it.
Perfect. Well done, everyone.
Yay!
Yay!
Good job, squad.
Nice work, everybody. This session was beautiful. Y'all get 5 XP.
Yay!
Yes.
What fun.